Hi, my name is Anthony Sarasoli, and today I'm going to be informing you guys about insomnia in college students and the proper ways to treat it. Now, I lead with a question. How many of you find yourselves constantly sleepy or maybe having trouble going to sleep, especially since you've been at college? Well, you might be saying, how did he know? You might suffer from a condition called insomnia, and if you do, you wouldn't be alone. During this speech, I will inform my audience about the sheer number of college students that go through this on a daily basis, and not only the risks that students face when trying to cope with insomnia on their own, but also how to manage and treat insomnia in the correct and less dangerous way that is being done now. Now you might be thinking, this isn't me. When I hit the pillow, I can go to sleep immediately. But still, I know there are times when you close your eyes and wonder, I'm tired. What's stopping me from going to sleep? Therefore, I dare to say that everyone could benefit from realizing how to cope with this the right way. Now, in a study done in 2020 by Anthony Seafray, Kenneth Walters, and Christopher Budnick, they aim to show us the growing number of college students with insomnia and how this affects their daily functioning. They explain that college students experience sleep difficulties that facilitate their executive functioning impairment, and some students also experience concurrent ADHD symptomology, which only adds to the growing list of symptoms that come along with insomnia. They explain that an astounding number of 60% of college students report sleep disturbances, such as insomnia, negatively influenced physical energy, and cognitive resources that affect states of their executive functioning. Lastly, they explain that these such college students may choose to skip class, drink alcohol, or go out with friends instead of completing their classwork. They also add that they may procrastinate and or miss deadlines, which results in poor quality work. Now, I would like to show you a visual aid from the Fairfax County Youth Survey that helps us understand this even more. They take a study of 27,000 students and show that insomnia leads to an increase in substance abuse, feelings of sadness and hopelessness, suicidal thoughts, and attempts. This shows that insomnia is a growing problem that needs attention. Now, secondly, after seeing the amount of students that face this issue on a daily basis, we need to talk about how this affects them. In a study done in 2017 by Patricia Goodhens, Les Jealous, Huen Kim, Lisa Facito, and Anderson Park, they help explain us how this insomnia is affecting these students. College students are at an increased risk for poor sleep and associated sleep problems, and they explain that evidence suggests that a substantial subset of college students self-medicate with alcohol, marijuana, and over-the-counter medications to help sleep. They also explain that in their study, 7 to 10% of these students reported using alcohol, while 15% of students reported using marijuana, and 16% reported using over-the-counter medications for sleep aid. Now, this is important because it shows how college students are coping with insomnia, but in a negative way instead of a positive way. Now, you may wonder, how can I cope with this? You've explained to me how college students cope with this in negative ways that can be dangerous to their health. Well, here are some helpful tips from a study in 2019 by Daniel Marquez, Anna Gomez, and Les Jealous. They help us understand helpful ways that we can cope with insomnia without doing it the dangerous way. They explain that waking up at the same time every day and engaging in physical activity can help us cope with insomnia and help battle that urge to stay awake when you should be asleep. They also say avoid drinking large amounts of liquid during the day and avoid stimulant products such as caffeine and nicotine. This may also help. They explain that only going to bed when you feel sleepy and getting out of bed if you don't feel sleepy can also help a lot with battling insomnia. They also say that using the bedroom only for sleep and not for social activities may also help you fall asleep once that time comes. For example, if you're scrolling through your phone, maybe do it on the couch instead of doing it in your bedroom. Now, to conclude, overall, we have examined that insomnia is a problem with college students. We've also seen that many students use drugs, alcohol, and over-the-counter medications to cope with these, which, in our opinion, is a dangerous way of coping with insomnia. There's nothing more relaxing than a good night's sleep, so why ruin it by resorting to old habits? Whether you realize it or not, you and many people you know most likely struggle with some form of insomnia. Now, to bring me to my last visual, this shows us that people who stress about going to sleep have an increased anxiety rate, while not stressing can also lead to a lowered anxiety rate. So go out there, use these tips, and get your 8 hours of beauty sleep. Thank you.